Hi, this is Donna Taggart, the dietitian for Department of Aging and Human Services. So welcome to January. January, the month of many resolutions. Believe it or not, the number one resolution for January has been saving money, but close second is health and wellness. So that includes eating healthy, exercising more, and losing weight. But according to a survey from Forbes Health in 2023, 8% of the people say their resolutions lasted a month. 22% said 2 months, 13% said 4 months, and only 1% said they lasted for the whole year. So how do we not only get back on track after all our holiday eating and, maybe not exercising and not getting the sleep we should? How do we get back on track? But more importantly, how do we stay on track for at least the whole year and maybe perhaps for the rest of our life? Wouldn't that be great? So how do we start? First of all, you have to want to start. If you're not ready to make some changes, just wait until you are. You've got to be in the right mind frame. Otherwise, it's going to be really hard. It's overwhelming anyway. One of the things I do here is, come out to my presentations at the senior centers or watch me on YouTube. I try to, bring different topics about nutrition and health to help you break it down to something doable. I can also privately see you as well. There's no charge to you, so you can contact me and we can, talk about what you need to work on. Perhaps one of the most important things is find your person. Who is that person that's going to keep you motivated, who's not going to listen to your excuses of why you don't want to get out and exercise or why I can't start eating better, whatever. Find that person, and that's going to be a big help. Also, visit myplate.gov. Click on the tab at the top. It will say Life Stages. Click on that, and then you're going to pick, obviously, older adults. That's what we are. And then under that, there's going to be tons of topics. It talks about our unique needs. I've talked about how we need extra calcium. We need extra protein. We need this. We don't make collagen. Lots of our unique needs as we age. Also, it'll give nutrition tips. It tells you how to be active. There's an article on how to get nutrition information off of the Amazon Alexa. Lots and lots of resources, so it's a good place to start. They also have a Shop Simple with My Plate. That's a way that you can put an app on your phone. You go to the store, you can find the best deals, little nutrition hints along the way. Then Start Simple with My Plate app. It will help you build healthy eating habits one goal at a time. You can download it on your Google Play. You can do it from the Apple apps, but it's free and it's a great resource. Hopefully at the end you'll be able to watch a little video on it or pull it up in my descriptions box and you can watch it yourself. It really will give you a lot more information. So here's some little tips from me. First of all, don't skip meals. Make your meal or a snack every 3 to 4 hours. That's going to keep your metabolism nice and revved up. It's going to help you prevent from binge eating because you got so hungry or your blood sugars are dropped and then you go crazy. It's really important to be eating, every 3 to 4 hours to keep that going. Another thing is when you're eating, combine a protein and a fiber with every meal. Now, I've told you we need a lot more protein as we age, and if we're not getting it at each meal, if you're skipping a meal, that's going to make it really hard. But getting some protein at each meal and maybe at a snack is going to help you meet those protein needs. And fiber, as well as protein, stays in your stomach longer, so it makes you feel full. You don't feel like you have to eat all the time. Where's fiber? In your fruits and vegetables, in your whole grains, and nuts and seeds. Another thing is get up and move around. I know people have little apps on their phone that dings and lets you know if you've been sitting too long. But you know what? If you're sitting too long. Get up and move around. Take a little stroll even around the house if the weather's bad. You don't have to go outside. Just, find something to do inside. Just moving is important. And drinking plenty of water. We don't have those signals in our brain as we age that say, hey, you're thirsty. You got to drink something. So you got to do it and remind yourself. I have found getting a cool little drink thing. This is my baseball team, the Phillies. It helps me want to drink because it's kind of fun. And it motivates me to just, fill it up and drink it through the day. Maybe fill it up again if I have to. So find something that's going to help you drink better. Variety is the key. Don't get stuck on certain foods. Just eat a variety of foods that's going to help you meet your needs. And remember, fruits and vegetables, 9 to 11 servings. I know that's a lot. If you can even get 5 a day, that's doing pretty good. Protein, you want about 25 grams at each meal. Whole grains, You want to make sure it's a whole grain. So the key is look on the ingredient. If it says whole as the first line of ingredient, you're good. Fatty fishes twice a week. Dairy 3 times a day, if you can do dairy. It's going to be a great bone building. Calcium, protein, phosphorus, potassium, magnesium are all packaged in that dairy. Fermented dairy is going to give you that bacteria that live in our gut. And we all know that the microbiome, what lives in our gut, that's the key to brain health, to eye health, to gut health, you name it. It's starting out keeping our gut healthy. Legumes, there are dried beans several times a week, handful of nuts and seeds. That's kind of what you got to aim for. And that sounds like a lot. I don't think I do that every day. I'm like, oh man, I didn't get this, I didn't get that. But if you can aim for that kind of stuff, trying to eat that kind of pattern most of the time, you're not going to have time for the junk food because you got a lot of stuff you got to get in for the day. So evaluate your diet. Is there anything that you can add? Perhaps adding one more vegetable or one more fruit a day to a snack. Is there something you need to delete? Or maybe not delete, but decrease in frequency. Maybe not eating those snacks of cookies every day. Get help to stay motivated. Come out to my things, get a family friend, anybody that's going to help you stay motivated. The apps are great because they're not going to give you any grace. They're not going to say, oh, it's okay. They're going to say, beep, 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 you need to do this. Believe it or not, it takes average 66 days to form a habit to become automatic. Easy habits, maybe 4 to 8 weeks. An easy habit, like eating a piece of fruit or drinking a glass of water when you get up in the morning. You might not be able to do it right off, but it shouldn't take too long to establish that. Moderate challenges, habits, like saying I'm going to exercise 15 minutes a day, that might take a few months. A challenging habit, like I'm going to be a regular attendee at a gym, that might take several months as well. Consistency is the key. Don't give up. Consistency, repetition, not perfection. If you miss a day, you miss a day. You get back and you start all over again. But, don't beat yourself up and then the day turns into a month and another month before you get back on track. Just say, I'm going to start it all over tomorrow. So hopefully, these will be some tips as you hopefully see you at some of the centers. The centers, I know some people just watch me on YouTube and that's fine, but you can interact with me more at the centers and it's a little bit more detailed. So I kind of try to make these YouTube things a little bit shorter. So anyway, hopefully as you enter in this new year, you'll start getting these new habits in place. And then I'll be talking to you next month about heart health. See ya. Thank you for listening. I appreciate your watching me. Bye now.